Maria, presumably this is not going down well in Brussels. Brussels would like the UK to come up with a single voice, a single concept of what Brexit should look like. The waters are getting even muddier by the day.
That's right. And, Guy, this is not a secret. The European Union has said it many times. It would rather Prime Minister May gets a cross-party deal that could potentially get cleared by the UK Parliament and have a deal than actually turn inwards into the more Eurosceptic side of her own party. The EU has made this very, very clear. It's really not a secret. But obviously for Prime Minister May, it's really business as usual. And we're in fact waiting for the Brexit Secretary to arrive behind me. That's the European Commission, as you know. And really, the Brits today are on a charm offensive. We have the Prime Minister expected this week. We had Jeremy Hunt today. And really, for them, it's about getting those crucial concessions on the Irish backstop.
Is Brussels and Dublin seeing eye to eye at the moment? We saw more comments from Coveney today, the deputy, making it very clear that the Irish are not backing down. Are there some in Brussels that would like to see the Irish offering a little bit more when it comes to the backstop? Because otherwise, this is going to be very, very hard to deal with.
It is very hard to deal with, Guy. We have just weeks to go until Brexit Day. It's pretty clear the deal by now has mostly been agreed. I often hear 95% of this deal is done. It's really the Irish backstop. This is a sticking point, and this is what could really derail the deal. But at this point, I have to say mostly publicly, well, clearly the EU has sided with the Irish government many, many times. If the Irish want the backstop, they will have to get it in the final deal. The Irish have also said, which I find very interesting, that the final deal may get cleared in the UK Parliament with that one, but it won't get cleared in the European Parliament if there's no backstop. And remember, both houses will have to OK this final deal. Now, behind the scenes, we've heard sometimes, especially from the Germans, that maybe we need to start getting creative. But really, when it comes to ditching or limiting the backstop, we've only heard it from governments like the Polish, which, as you know, it's not really one of the favourites when it comes to the European institutions. The rest, for the time being, that EU unity is really holding.